What is up, guys? Cole with TNC Outdoorsman here, bringing you another fly tying video. In today's video, we're going to tie a pattern that I actually kind of came up with myself. It borrows a lot of inspiration from some other popular fly tying patterns, namely things like the parachutes, Adams, that kind of dry fly style. So starting out here, I have a size 10 curved hook from Daiichi. As you can see, I've already laid down kind of a yellow thread base. From here, what we're going to do is go ahead and wrap over our thread base back to the shank of the hook here. From here, what we're going to do is take some dubbing. I'm using Hairline Ice Dubbing Tan UV. So, let out some thread here. Take some of that tan dubbing, wrap it around our thread here into a nice little tan dubbing noodle. From there, once it's kind of started, just going to continue to wrap around that thread just to make sure the dubbing stays on nice and firm and doesn't pull off. We're going to wrap until we're about to the midpoint of our hook. Once we hit this midpoint here, what we're going to do is take some yarn. In this case, I have kind of a mint green yarn here. We're going to cut ourselves off a little section like so. Take it, fold it in half over the shank of the hook like so. We're going to wrap in front of and behind the yarn like that, and then go through to split apart what are going to be our wings for this pattern, like so. From here, go ahead and get yourself a hackle feather. In this case, I'm using an olive green hackle because that is the color that I think looks best with this pattern that I've come up with. And I'm just going to take our thread and tie it back behind the wings that we've made real quick. From there, take our hackle feather, pull back the strands of the feather like so, so that it gets kind of brushy. And then from there, I'm going to pinch off the end so that we have a nice, clean starting point to tie into, like so. And I'm just going to take this hackle that we've now tied in, and I'm actually going to bring our thread in front of the wings here. Take our hackle, oop, that I just broke off. Oops. That'll happen sometimes, unfortunately. These hackle feathers are a little delicate, so you don't really want to manhandle them too much. And then going to get tied back in ahead of our wings, like so. Perfect. So now, counter wrapping the opposite direction of our thread. Going to build up a nice little buggy tuft of hackle, and now taking what we've built up here, gonna wrap around the base of our wings like so, and then from there make sure our thread is all the way up at this point to the eye of our hook, and hackle the whole way up, stopping just behind the eye of our hook. At this point, you'll want to take some thread wraps in front of and behind our hackle feather in order to really lock it in tight. Then take your scissors and snip the excess. Now, using your fingertips, just brush back all of that hackle so that you don't trap any under your thread. And at this point, you can finish the fly. As you can see here, guys, here's what the finished fly looks like. I'm also going to include a close-up sort of high-definition picture, just to give you an idea what it looks like. But yeah, here's the complete fly.